Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. So thank you so much for joining me and seeing what might be coming up for you, Virgo. So for this mid-month, okay, so there's a little bit of guidance, direction that's coming through. So at the moment, and it was interesting because I got woke abruptly this morning by someone in spirit when it was like knock, knock, knock on my window. And I didn't catch actually, I can't remember the name that that was and what the actual message, but anyway, it left me feeling like, whoa, what just happened there? So there could be something that may be coming up for you, Virgo, that is, like out of the blue, you could say. So you may get a message or some sort of guidance from somebody, or somebody may, just like, I feel like for some of you, that maybe somebody might come in, might be coming into your life, oh wow, not so much abruptly, but it could be like surprisingly. So there's a bit of a surprise there for you. Some of you may initially see it as not a good surprise because of who it might be or what it might be about. But on saying that, not really a big surprise, because it's like I feel like a lot of you may have had an inkling that something was coming up, or something, someone is coming through, or maybe someone's coming to see you, or you may bump into somebody, or something. So it's either something or someone, may come up as a surprise. I don't feel like it is like a negative thing. Well, on saying that, that depends on how you view things that come in, that the universe or spirit bring in for you to clear, cleanse, process, and process through clearing, cleansing, understanding, accepting, forgiving, whatever it is, so you can release it. So some of you, I feel like you might be in the third stage, first stage, last stage of releasing whatever it is that is coming up, or it may be that it's just something that is, for some of you, maybe, gosh, because it's just something that's like helps you to like, okay, that aha moment, and what that might be, what it might be about that you're not quite seeing yet, because that was like, one of the things is like, what is it that I haven't seen yet? What is it that did I miss something? And so for some of you, maybe actually thinking that you may have, or feeling, or going through something. Well, what did I miss? There's something that I missed here along the way. But it's like, I feel like it's like night, because it was like a knock, knock, knock on the window sort of energy. Well, not sort of, it was. Some of you might say sort of energy, or sort of thing that happened to you. It's like, but it was like, whoa. Anyway, it was good, because I'm feeling like, okay, so it might unsettle you a bit. You might feel a little bit unsettled because of the unknowingness, but I feel like, and it may be that it may throw you off track, or distract you from something. So it could be that's what the whole thing is about. It's like, not letting things distract you from, from going off course to where you feel, where you were originally going. So for some of you, it's like, not wait, come back, come back on track. So, and that could be what it is. So just, obviously you're going to feel into that, or if this resonates with you, just, that's wonderful. But if it's not, just, it may be something that's more in the future, that you're not fully understanding, which is sometimes why these, what happens with these reads. So they are in a way futuristic, but they could be, more for, what's happening with you now, or what may have happened, just recently, and you may be still trying to figure that out. So, or not, or just a little bit of clarification. Anyway, so today is February, the 2022. So, and it's interesting because I haven't got my little prompts and things that sometimes that I know I want to say around. So there's something about releasing something, letting something go, or understanding something, which will help you to release. So today we're going to do, well, it turns out we're not going to do what I thought I was going to do in a flow. So I have these energy earth in oracle cards here. So this one is magnetism, is the first card that's coming out. So this is going to be your mid-month reading. So there's something, for me, like it's facing you. So I feel like there's something about turning around. It's in reverse, so I feel like it's upside down. So something may have like tipped your world upside down, or tipped a way that you're thinking, or about something upside down. And you may have figured out why something isn't like magnetizing, or you're not magnetizing towards it with it. But there is something like turning around. So I feel like there is. I'm going to leave it up that way because it's actually facing you, facing the camera. When I put that, it's just like, okay, this is facing you. Even though it's upside down from my angle, it's which angle you can look at it from two different ways. Okay, so I feel like I'm going to turn that around in a little bit. So anyway, we're going to go with that. So we'll just see what comes up. Magnetism there. So I'm feeling like the other word for that, like magnetism, so, is manifestation. Well, all that this card is facing you. So there's something like is like directing you. They look, spirit are talking directly to you. Adjacent possibilities. So it's like, I feel like what they're talking here is about, it may be, because magnetism is like manifestation is another word that people use, but I feel like manifestation is quite an old word for that sort of things. It's like, let's get more into this and figure out what each word means to us, and is it actually the correct word. So there's something about the truth. So things are starting to turn around. I'm feeling the energy just turning around, so shifting your understanding and your perspective about certain things, because this one here, adjacent possibilities, is like, there are doors that are opening as things are shifting or turning around. There are some doors there that are open. So I feel like some of yous may be either like walking or moving towards them. So there's something about grounding. It's number 24 in the deck, this card. Adjacent possibilities there. So I'm just going to move this back here a little bit. So it's pushed there kind of like out of your sight. I've just noticed it actually. I'm going to have to move the camera back a bit so you can see people can see the cards. So it's like what I'm hearing there is like, these adjacent possibilities. There are possibilities there, they're just waiting for the timing. So I feel like there's a timing thing going on here. Oh, okay, I'm not going to take all of those. We'll see what comes out, jumps out, just one. That's it. See, and this one's come in reverse or facing you, depending on your perspective about it. So I feel like there's something about with this one is relationships, building relationships, but in firm, solid ground relationships is in there. So where there may be something like is going on a deeper level, and you may be like wanting to stretch yourself out, or your imagination, and going like and doing certain things. So maybe for some of you may have like put yourself away or locked yourself away, but something is shifting and opening, and a shift in relationships. But I'm hearing like, because 2 is about relationships for me, and it's talking about, I feel like somebody either coming or going, building new relationships, releasing old relationships, and that could be old aspects of yourself, the way that as you're building on your amazing relationship with yourself, and figuring out more who you are, and discovering aspects of yourself that you've maybe locked away, or you've not really let out because of one thing or another in the past. And it's around, and it could be something that's a learned behavior, and that it's become, well, some of you it could be an addiction, some of you it just could be a habit that it's like you've kind of, you're seeing through the bullshit really of it now. So here's adjacent possibilities and door to romance. So some of you may be like working your way around a romantic situation, or this could be what it's all about for you, is magnetizing, an energy, or connecting with the person, or that is most magnetized or suitable or attracted to you or each other. So it's like there's something different, but I feel like there's, and where you can get some firm boundaries within relationships. Some of you, I feel like it's to do with business, and others of you, I feel like you may be already in a spousal situation, or in a marriage where there is, whether it be de facto, whether that there is something shifting in there, and there is something like making your helping you to and making you understand, and about also about solidifying your relationship. So the daughter romance, and it's like 33 there in this deck, and it's like there is, there's a key, there's the little birdie in there. Well, actually the birdie, there is no birdie in that coach, but there is the key with a heart. There's a heart on there with a key, that in there. And I'm feeling like, I thought these were like, but they're like petals of a flower now that I have another look. My first instinct was to say butterflies, because they have similar, shapes to a butterfly. So, but anyway, there's something there. It's something is like opening the heart. So 33 there is, about finding balance. So 33, there's a double whammy there. So some of you maybe have been actually seeing a lot of double numbers talking about it, or threes, double threes. It might be 33 or 333 or quad 3 or whatever it is. But there's something, I feel like that is kind of connected. These cards here are connected to what is going on for you. So here we go here. The 5 of Wands. There may have been, a little bit of inner turmoil that's going on there, a battle of the wills for you with, at the moment. So with this 5 of Wands, and, while you're taking action towards something, and it could be around, like I say, it could be to do with work, a combination of work and health and well-being, but or around, what is it that, making a decision about doing something. Do I, there's the words I'm hearing is hold the line with where it is that is happening around me. It could be to do with work, it could be to do with relationships. It's like, but like I say, there is something like what is right about this that I'm not seeing, or what is it that I've missed? There's something like a question there is like, a question. Questioning. So we're doing like a around the world, they called it this morning. So this seems to be the magnetism is the one that is the key, or around the center. It's like being mindful or careful about what it is that you're putting out, because it's like you're going to attract that. So, and it's being understanding that, because I feel like a part of the message from this morning is like not letting things distract you. And there is a lot of like a lot of negative energy around, a lot of out there, versus, the light energy is trying to dampen this energy. So sometimes we can, when we're going through a funny little patch, we can mostly, we tend to like, our mind or our energy tends to go to like, not so good mind, ways of thinking about things, and like, but you could quickly switch it back, and, so, and see that actually that could be just my mind tricking myself, and this could be that limiting belief pattern, or that limiting habit, or the, recurring habit that stops you, or prohibits you, or slows you, or, from going to do something that you really want to do. So the 7 of Wands here, I feel like there's a turning point, something about taking action here, and I feel like they're like turning things around. So there's something with a 5 there. With you, and being maybe a little bit defensive. It might mean that you need to be a little bit defensive about things, or defend, or you're feeling like you need to defend yourself, but there's something here like, switching that around. So I'm going to switch that around now, because I'm just feeling like it's time to switch things around. And it could be, for you as well, like there's something about switching things around, seeing things from another point of view, but it's like you're moving. And as you do that, there's this ancient healer around. Okay, or just adjacent possibilities here. That starts to turn around. So there's something turning around in the way that you're seeing things, viewing things. And as you're doing that, you'll feel like more things, you feel more comfortable within yourself, and you feel like things are happening more in conjunction with other things that are moving along. So there's a little bit more movement and timing, and it's like, I feel like this is also a good time to say, because I'm just bringing that in, this is not about getting yourself down and putting yourself down and talking ill of yourself and say, oh, I could have, should have, did this, then blah blah blah, and but because obviously you weren't quite ready, you could have, but you didn't, because you needed to sort something out. So it's like, okay, the timing there. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. So there's this beautiful deer that's there, and what I'm hearing, there's a gift, and I feel like this is about valuing self, seeing yourself and valuing yourself and the abilities that you do have in order to be successful. So I feel like there's a new beginning or a new opportunity with this card. Interesting, it's come out here. So, and you've grounded, started, it's like you're building, you have built and you are still building, on relationships and grounded, nice grounded relationships. And, for you, this is you, Virgo, like, I mean, the Ace of Pentacles. So, and I feel like it's like seeing yourself as the gift, but also the gifts that are within you. And it's like, I feel like that is part of the gift, is you're starting to see actually the gift or the appreciation of yourself and what life has to offer. But I feel like there may be something that you're missing. What you're missing is like taking a look at what you do have rather than what you don't have as well. So, because there are many, many opportunities that are coming through there. So it's like taking, I feel like there's something that's in the background that you, haven't fully considered about, to do with, could be for some of you, it could be a change in your business, or something new that you're bringing into your business. It could be that some of you, there's a new job that's coming through for you, or a new career that you're considering that and moving into a new direction. And it could be for some of you, it could be not necessarily about a career. It could be the way that you're viewing your health and well-being. It could be the way where there may be something about you moving with your family, or in the way that you're moving with your family. And it could be a new member of the family that's coming through as well. But I'm also hearing like energy levels. It's like I feel like your energy levels have shifted in it, because there's something happens and it motivates you or it gets you going. It's like, oh my God, this is really happening. But then there's the door to romance. So, I'm going to take that one. And that's coming around too. So there may be something on a deeper level that you're opening up your heart and allowing someone to come into your space. Oh my gosh, here's the Queen of Pentacles. Look, she's flicked out. And there's the Queen of Pentacles, and there's you again. So this isn't like really specifically gender related. So when I'm doing the reading, so if you're a male and you're watching this, it doesn't necessarily mean to say, this is, it doesn't mean to say that this card is not for you. So this Queen of Pentacles, it's like she is set, grounded, looking at to what she has, built, received, given. The peacock here is like, that's the male side, the masculine side there, energy there, who is, like they're looking, or that peacock is looking at her. I've just seen like the magnificence and the glory and all those, and the abundance, and there is something there about like you moving towards that. Some of you may have already achieved that and starting to see, okay, where to next. But I feel like for a good many of you, there's something about grounding and anchoring your energy within the family. And building on it, that there is something, because you've got the Ace of Pentacles there, like bloody hell. And so there's something, definitely a new beginning or an opportunity, if you choose to look at it, see it as that way, I'm hearing like for some of you is to mend, or to, go on that journey of where it is that you're wanting to go. And I feel like for some of you, it may be not a whole as per se new journey, but it's like there's a new view on what family looks like, what health and well-being looks like now, or a new appreciation of that, and valuing the gifts and the abilities that you have within in order to create the success that that you can, and you have got in there. But I feel like this is like to do also with romance as well, and for some of you it may be that actually no, you could do this together, okay, and it's like you're going to work with that, but it's a healing process. So there's 2 or 3 things going on there. So I'm just going to see what comes up next, because I want to do 3 down there. So it's kind of, so there is definitely something moving towards, the success. So they're just going to wind this up, because they're just really, okay, Spirit are just wanting to like, make these short and sharp, that, and that, but also it's about you getting the essence of the message there for you. Okay. The 4 of Swords, yeah, magnetism there. I'm just, this is talking about, magnetizing, utilizing that time for you to to, you know, lay your swords down, rest your mind as in, and actually rest and get some sleep they're talking about. But not, it's like resting your mind, removing all those things that, you know, stimulate the mind that doesn't need to be, you know, at certain times of the day or night. But it's also removing and releasing those things that serve you no purpose for your highest good, whether it's daytime or nighttime. Okay, so you can rest. So, but that's what sometimes the resting is about, is that during that time it gives us that opportunity to do that. See, look, there's the Fool, okay, that come out with that card. So, you know, and then we start feeling refreshed again, so we can go on this adventure. So there may be that you're needing to, you know, set some time aside so you can set yourself some, you know, some new ways of being, thinking, doing things in this journey, because you've got, you know, like of where you're wanting to go. And I love that this is in the middle here. So the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like what this is, you know, is taking time to consider what it is, you know, on this journey and how you're going to get to where you want to get. So lining your ducks up in the row, and, you know, really gnashing it out, you know, nutting out, releasing, and doing a bit of a purging. So today is, like I say, Tuesday the 15th of February, and on my Astrovision calendar is, you know, it talks about inspired by others, which you may well be today. So I feel like, you know, it's like, but and also being inspired by yourself and your journey. So I hope this helps you as you're moving through the rest of this month of February, and bringing in lots of love and light energy. So there is something about, there's an amazing energy at the moment. And it's like there is like a spell has been broken, and energy will start to shift a little bit differently, to a lot differently. But it's a lot of it. It's, you know, I feel like this is, you know, there has been, you know, there is something that's shifting now. It's like, and the universe is showing us, all the cosmic energies, spirit, our guidance, but also our inner selves is like starting to look at a different way of thinking, being, doing things for ourselves, and then that flows out into the community. And of course, in, you know, what they're leading to is that energy of embracing love and amplifying it as well. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here with you now, and I'll be back next week for, you know, for January. Gosh, I don't want to go back. Actually, there's something about January, like you're like moving through things from January. That's where they're going through. As with, you know, and this is like now, it's like, okay, I get that. And I get what it is, and I know I need to release now more so. And then we'll come into March. So next week I'll start doing those. So give you a little bit of a heads up for March 2022. Anyway, God bless you, Virgo. Peace, love, and harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, and prosperity and abundance. Bye for now. Oh, ka kite anō.